is an asshole. And what he brings to my country, what he's awakened in my country is bigotry and distrust. He tells something, and then you go back and you see what he said, and it seems like the truth both times. He's so terrific at lying. I've never seen anybody so good. I mean, it's just...
What a moment. Cher didn't just criticize Donald Trump. She obliterated him with the force of a Grammy-winning high note. But this wasn't just a casual remark or a shady tweet. This was a full-scale diva demolition.
I have to tell you something. If someone said that my daughter was a hot piece of ass, I would put my fist through his face. Someone who would bring down the country because he doesn't win does not deserve anything, deserves nothing. He deserves nothing. He does not deserve any kind of respect, loyalty. I don't think he has two moral fibers to...
Cher went off, and in the process, she sent the internet into an absolute frenzy. And Trump? Let's just say that somewhere in Mar-a-Lago, a Diet Coke was thrown across the room. The Queen of Pop just dragged the King of Tantrums in a way that only Cher could.
The people he will bring with him will put an end to any hope that women have of getting the rights that we had in Roe versus Wade. I believe they will put an end to any gay marriage. They will put an end to gay adoption. It's not going to hurt me. I'm 70. It's not going to do anything to me, but it's going to do stuff to young people. And that really scares me, and it really bothers me.
The internet erupted. Late-night hosts had a field day. And Trump? Probably rage typing in all caps, trying to clap back. This was not just another celebrity taking a jab at him. This was a cultural moment. One that will live on in memes, news segments, and the minds of his critics for years to come. Cher, an icon who has outlasted every trend, just outplayed Trump at his own game.
I will try and be as direct and honest with you as I possibly can be. I am positive that you are the most unattractive man I have ever met in my entire life. You have demonstrated every loathsome characteristic of the male personality and even discovered a few new ones. You are...
Kimmel is roasting as if it were Thanksgiving. What about Trump? If this were a courtroom drama, let's say, appearances could sue.
People in America could realize what kind of a person he is. What kind of... yes, but worse than that. And probably not very good. But...
What did she say that sent MAGA world into a full-scale meltdown? Hold tight, because this is hilarious, savage, and absolutely must-watch. Donald Trump just received one of the most brutal call-outs of his life, and this one stings. It was long overdue, let's be honest. If Karma had a Las Vegas residency, this would be the grand finale.
Total, complete alpha energy.
Cher, the legend, the icon, the queen of reinvention, sliced through Trump's ego like one of her classic power ballads. Sharp, dramatic, and impossible to ignore. The result? A stunning defeat. Even Trump's most hardcore supporters couldn't deny it. This was bad. And naturally,
let's take a look at some of the people that claimed that they would leave America if Donald Trump became president again. In 2020, Barbara Streisand raised eyebrows when she said she'd move to England if Trump won a second term. She's still there. We of course saw Ellen leave with her partner Portia de Rossi. She went to the Cotswolds in the UK. And actress America Ferrera claimed that she might be leaving at some point. Sharon Stone also said that she might move to Italy. Bring us up to speed on the celebrities that wanted to flee the States and those that are actually going to stick around.
Trump is now rage posting in all caps, pretending not to care. But we all know he's sitting there seething.
Like on paper, he looks so good, you know. He was brought up rich. He had a good education. He's got all these young chicks. I don't know how young, but he's got all these young chicks, and he just keeps trading them in on younger chicks. And he's got all this money, and he's famous, and still he's such a dick.
The irony? He's more concerned with what a pop legend thinks about him than actual policies. Do you remember when he thought Belgium was a city? Yeah, we do too. But it wasn't just Trump. Melania also got caught in the storm. She usually lingers in the background like an AI-generated first lady. But this time, Even she wasn't spared. Cher called out everything, from Trump's ego to his dangerous policies, from his treatment of women to his pathetic obsession with celebrity opinions. And she didn't stop there.
I believe, none of us are perfect, but I believe she's genuine, and I believe, unlike Trump, who his friend of 20 years said the other night, Donnie Deutsch, said he doesn't want to be president. He said no one's more surprised than him. He wants the crowds, he wants the adulation, he doesn't give a about the woman.
She warned that if Trump returns, he will wipe out women's rights, destroy LGBTQ+ protections, drag the country backward in ways that will haunt the next generation. And when she said this, you could feel it. This wasn't just another celebrity rant. This was a full-scale political takedown. And then the internet went nuclear. Twitter, a war zone. Instagram, a meme factory. TikTok, victory laps. People clipped, edited, remixed, and within minutes, Cher's words were everywhere.
How did nobody run?
What are my thoughts on the Trump shooting? Secret Service, these guys are the best in the business. Not going to happen again, and, it did.
I want to say there shouldn't be political violence, but at this point...
Elections are like a clown show.
I think it's a gun rights thing.
You see Trump shot, and you're thinking, well, did they actually get him?
I guess it's possible that it's a hoax, but I think it probably happened.
Our government lies to us all the time. It's not like he's above it.
He looks even stronger now.
Do you not want to vote?
Probably sealed the deal that he's going to be the president-elect.
To run for president at this.
And while all this was happening, boom, Trump detonated on Truth Social. A full meltdown. All caps, exclamation points flying like confetti. The man went into full damage control mode, pounding out a response like his phone had personally offended him. His playbook? Deny, deflect, insult, and somehow make it all about himself. But here's where it gets even better. Trump was so desperate to dismiss Cher's legacy that he accidentally listed all the decades she's been wildly successful. It was like watching someone argue that Michael Jordan wasn't that great, while reciting his championship wins.
I will do everything in my power to protect our LGBTQ citizens from the violence and oppression of a hateful foreign ideology.
Cher, what was your reaction when you heard him say that?
Oh, come on. And he says those letters like a child that's just learning the alphabet, and then pokes his finger in the air for Q. I mean, he's the most disingenuous man I've ever seen. And I want to tell you, my people will not believe him for a minute. And I read that he was at a 7-hour, closed-door meeting with 400 of the most conservative, hate gay people, LGBT community that there are. So how does he go from that meeting to telling my people that he will...
Iconic. Meanwhile, his inner circle panic mode. Fox News was scrambling to spin the story, probably labeling Cher a Hollywood elite who's out of touch with real Americans, or something equally tired. But the internet not buying it. And the best part, Cher didn't even need to respond. She just let the world do the roasting for her. While Trump was spiraling, raging, and trying to clap back, she was sipping a cocktail, laughing at the chaos she just created. Because here's the thing, Cher isn't just a legend, she's untouchable. She's survived every era, every industry shift, every attempt to dismiss her. Meanwhile, Trump, he's a walking punchline. And this time, the joke was on him, big time. Cher wasn't just winning, she was crushing. And Trump, he was trapped, desperately yelling into the void, while the internet crowned Cher as the undisputed queen of the moment. By the time the dust settled, it wasn't just about who said what, it was about who walked away untouched. Trump had thrown everything he could, but he couldn't change one simple truth. Cher wasn't just a winner, she was eternal. She wasn't just making noise, she was leading a movement. And Trump, he was still trying to figure out how to close an umbrella.
Do you feel that you need to speak out?
Well, first of all, I'm a citizen, and that's my right. I've been through 11 presidents. We've been afraid of different countries, and we've been afraid of different actions from those countries. I never thought that I would fear actions from my own country.
You're always very vocal about women's issues and supportive. Are you encouraged by the changes that are happening?
I am. I am so happy, and it's taken so long. I remember what you had to go through, and men patting you on the head, and you're a star, and you're making all this money, and men are still...
And that's comedy gold.